it's Jessica, and today I'm going to be sharing with you a video that I've been planning for like a month, and it's one that I think is really important. What I'm going to be sharing with you are kind of my secret weapons when it comes to taking care of your skin and making it look healthy and not dry in the wintertime. I have struggled with this in the past, but I feel like I finally found quite a few products that are working really, really well for me, and I want to share them with you. So if you'd like to see what I would recommend, please stay tuned. So the first products that I'm going to mention were sent to me from a company called Scandinavia, and this video is actually done in collaboration with them. And I was excited to try these because I have tried the finishing spray that they sell, and it's amazing. I've always loved this, but now they have a makeup primer spray, and they apparently, I had never heard of it, and I was like, what? Turns out they invented it. So I'm like, well, that would explain why I've never heard of it. And I have a feeling these are gonna become, I've already heard of a few others that are out there now. I have a feeling these are gonna become really, really big, but this one is amazing. So when I use these together, I'm noticing that my makeup stays on, but not only does it stay put, it actually looks healthier. It makes my skin and my foundation or BB cream stays in place, but it also like just doesn't, it gets rid of any patches, any dry spots, and it just looks healthy. So I actually have a coupon code for these. The code is winter15, and if you use that coupon code, you'll get 50% off and free shipping and 2 free pocket size sprays. So I thought, this is awesome. I kind of want the pocket size ones now because I want to travel with them, and that would be way easier. But anyway, so I have a demo of me applying both of these so you can kind of get an idea of how they work. So let's go ahead and get into that. So as you can see by the mess behind me, I'm in the middle of getting ready, but I wanted to show you guys how I use the primer spray. So right now all I have on my face is just my moisturizer. It's kind of been setting into my face for probably about 5 minutes or so. I blow dried my hair while I let it kind of set in my face. This really does have a really light mist when you spray it, which I love, because some of the ones I've tried, just you feel like it's like attacking your face, but with this one it's just like chill, and that's why I like it. So I shake it and then I just spray it all over my face. I go crazy. Like, I spray a ton. You don't have to spray that much, but I just like feeling like I've got every part of my face. So I just kind of like to fan it off to give it time to dry, and then I apply my foundation within a minute of letting it dry. I feel like applying your foundation quickly afterwards just helps it stick to the primer perfectly. And I love using this versus a traditional primer that's like a cream, because I don't feel like I'm using something that could possibly clog my pores. This is just something, I mean, I've been using it for a couple weeks, and it's just, it really holds on to the foundation. Okay, so now I've gotten ready, everything but my hair is done, so I wanted to show you the finishing spray. Now this is the one that I've been familiar with, that I've used before and loved, and this is just, I think it's just kind of been repackaged since when I used to use it. But same thing, the mist is really, really fine. It's really nice. And when I've been using these together, if you've watched any of my vlogs, the Vlogmas videos, I've been showing kind of my skin after work, before work and after work, and it looks exactly the same. It just holds it in place, but not only that, but it doesn't look dry and cakey anywhere. And sometimes when I use just regular primers or other setting sprays, it doesn't always look as good. So I've been really, really impressed, and I've been putting these suckers to the test, like after the gym, teaching, those days are long. So anyway, so let's try this one as well. I shake it the same way. And then I just like to fan it. And I usually just kind of keep my eyes closed so my eyeshadow can kind of like dry the way I want it to be. I don't know that that actually makes a difference, but that's just what I do. It just feels refreshing. But yeah, so that's just kind of how I've been using these products. I've been really, really impressed. So clearly, I am totally in love with these products, especially the primer spray. I love both, but the primer spray, I feel like I never use regular silicone primers because my skin always just looks like dry and patchy, and every time I use a silicone primer, I break out. And so I'm like, okay, my skin doesn't like it. I'm just clogging my pores. But this stuff actually has like good ingredients, and it feels refreshing, and it works as a primer. And it just kind of gives it like kind of a sticky canvas to put the foundation on or the BB cream. I've used it with BB creams, which I'm going to talk about here in a second, and it works so well because it also on its own kind of gets rid of a little redness and patchiness, the primer does. So it's just like, it really truly is a secret weapon. I will put the link below for these products if you are interested in checking them out and seeing what else they have to offer. I'm gonna move on, I could talk about those all day. So the next product I'm gonna share with you is this e.l.f. Daily Moisture Stick. And this product confounded me when I first got it because it's a stick, but I was like, do you just like put it on dry areas? Like what do you do? And it says it's enriched with antioxidants and anti-aging ingredients, grape, cocoa, shea, avocado, blah, blah, blah. I mean, a ton of things. But that doesn't really mean much to me if the product doesn't do anything. You know what I mean? So what I have learned to do is just get a little bit on your finger, and it feels kind of just weird, like balm-like. So you get a little bit on your finger, and it's not white, it's just translucent. And you can just, let me get my mirror here, anywhere like you have crepiness or just dry areas, you can just put it on top of it. And it really, it doesn't mess up your makeup. I cannot stress that enough. It's the weirdest thing. And that was why I grappled with it for a while, because I was like, how am I going to use this? Because I feel like it's just gonna mess up my concealer, but it ends up like perfecting it. And I mean, when you've got that dry area under your eyes, there's nothing worse. And when you look in the mirror and you're just like, ugh, like you just feel so dry, and I love this. So that is one I definitely recommend, really inexpensive. The next winter skin secret weapon is using a great moisturizer. One of my favorite brands, I love Paula's Choice. I could talk them to death. I also love CeraVe, and they have, I buy mine at Walgreens. They sell them like everywhere. You can find them online anywhere too. I like the facial moisturizing lotion. This is PM. I like the PM facial lotion morning and night because it's extra moisturizing. It doesn't have an SPF, so you'd have to layer on another SPF with it if you're wanting the sun protection. But it's just nice. Any of their products are great. I love the CeraVe moisturizing cleanser as well. I actually don't have it, but that would be another recommendation because it feels so moisturizing. Whereas I feel like a lot of cleansers I use, or I have used, can kind of strip the skin. That's one that your skin feels nice after you use it. Like you almost feel like you don't need a moisturizer after you've washed your face, although you do, but it's amazing. I really love this as well. So I will link both of those products below. Another secret weapon is, instead of using a foundation in the winter, use a tinted moisturizer or a BB cream. Now, I know a lot of you guys love high coverage. I do too. I can't deny that I absolutely do too. I mean, who wouldn't want to look as flawless as possible? But I also know that it's not always great for my skin, and it doesn't always look great. Sometimes it can almost make it look worse when you have those dry spots. So I have two that I'm going to recommend, a drugstore option and an expensive option. The drugstore option is this Neutrogena Healthy Skin Glow Sheers, and it's their Illuminating Tinted Moisturizer. This is the one I'm wearing today. I think that when you're pairing it with a really good product like those setting sprays and primer sprays, it stays in place. I think alone, it's not great. You do need a primer with it. And so I've been wearing this the past few weeks, almost every single day, and I love it. It's got great coverage. Like I said, I'm wearing it today, and I'm in the shade Fair to Light 20. I think this is the second shade up. I just like it. It has broad spectrum SPF 30. It really is. It can cover some, but if you've got like some big blemishes, you might want a concealer with it. But it does a great job. And if you're concerned about coverage, you could always put on a nice powder foundation that has an illuminating quality to it. I always like to avoid too much powder, but some powders are really nice because they have that illumination where it doesn't look powdery. This is one of my favorites. It's the IT Cosmetics Celebration Foundation Illumination, and I have it in light. I have been in love with this stuff for quite a while now. It's so expensive, and I hate that because I want to repurchase it, but then I'm like, So I've got my eyes peeled for a drugstore option. I know the NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat powder foundation is pretty darn good as well, and it seems close. I need to get another one of those because I've used mine up. I love this stuff. It's got high coverage. So if you put on a tinted moisturizer and you feel like you need a little bit more, you can dust this, and that's what I did, and you do get a little more coverage. But it has this illuminating quality to it that just makes your skin look amazing. I mean, I could just wear this over a lotion and be good for the day. It's beautiful. I've never fallen in love with the powder foundation quite as much as I have with this one. I just wish it were cheaper. But the other BB cream I was gonna recommend that has actually a little bit more coverage, still not a lot, but a little bit more, is this Dr. Jart BB Beauty Balm Multi-Action Skincare. This one has a higher SPF. It has an SPF of 45, but it's got a little pump, and the packaging is actually hard. It looks like a squeezy tube, but it's not. I actually really like this packaging. It is wonderful, but it's expensive. But this one has more of a gray tone to it, whereas this one's a little more orange. You can kind of tone up or down either one anyway with other products, but it just kind of depends. I love both. I mean, they're different, but they're very similar, and they're both better for my skin than everything else. So that is one thing I'm thankful for, that I'm not putting a ton of chemicals on my face every single day. Another thing I like to do to help with my under eye region and how dry it can be, I like this e.l.f. Eye Refresh. You guys know I love e.l.f. and because they're so cheap, and they really do have nice products. This one is just a really simple, I think this is like maybe $3. It's just got a little roller ball, and it's metal, so it's really, really cold. So when I first wake up, and I do this year round, but I especially do it in the winter, when I first wake up, I've moisturized my face, I'll put this on all around my eye and then just kind of tap it in really lightly, and it just feels nice. It's got some good ingredients in it. It feels cooling. It helps to kind of reduce a little bit of the baggage just because it's a little cool. But mostly it just moisturizes that area for me. So it wakes up my eyes, it moisturizes, I just like it. It's cheap, it's a quick step, but I feel like it really does make a difference. Your lips get dry in the winter. I have so many lip balms that I love, but one that's always been around for me, and it's a tried and true favorite, you might already know what I'm gonna say, it's the C.O. Bigelow My Favorite Night Balm. They have My Favorite Lip Balm, which is like a bigger white tube, and I tried that, and it did not moisturize the same way this one did. This one, it smells kind of lightly like, is this the one that it kind of smells like vanilla, kind of. Not really though, it just has a nice light sweet smell, but it's a really moisturizing balm. It can look glossy if you want it to, like just wear it out or on top of a lipstick, but it's just amazing. I've gone through probably like 10 tubes of this. It's wonderful. You can buy it at Bath & Body Works. You can also find it online. The last secret weapon is just using more cream products on your face in the winter. One product that I just get dry, like where my crow's feet are coming in, right here, like with highlight. One of my favorite cream highlights is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfecter. This is one that I am always skeptical. When I see a lot, and I'm sure you guys are too, when I see a lot of people talking about the same product, I'm like, is everyone just loving it because they feel like everyone else does and they should too? And I'm sure we all do that. But this was one that I finally tried, and I was like, okay, I get it. Because I'll just squirt a little bit on the back of my hand, and then I'll get a stipple. Actually, I'll usually place it where I want it, and then take a stippling brush and just blend it. And then you usually have to wipe a little bit away. It'll get too close to your eye with the bigger stippling brush. It's just nice. It doesn't move. It adds a glow without looking like glitter. And sometimes I like that glittery look, like if I'm going out, but for every day, especially in the winter when I'm dry, I want something that's gonna look nice and healthy, but not like too much. So this is one that I love. This is in the shade Opal. You could find, they've got enough shades that you could find one that suits your skin tone really well, but this is one that seems to be pretty darn universal. Other than that, like cream blushes are great. I don't have a cream blush right now. I got rid of them all because I just don't wear them. I feel like they don't stay as well. But if you're finding one that you really like that stays really well, that's a great option in the winter, because then again, it's less powder on your face. Cream bronzers, all those kinds of things. There are a ton of amazing products out there that are great for dry and flaky skin. Please let me know what your favorites are below so I can maybe try some more out, and just so that our little community here can all see each other's recommendations and suggestions and maybe learn a little bit and find a new product that they will love. If you enjoyed, I hope you guys will subscribe. And again, don't forget that promo code for the Skindinavia stuff is down below if you are interested. And I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye.